Okay, this is the Channel 2 tower here. Alright, so this is the alignment that comes through from the Gladesville Bridge through this direction and onto the Golden Gate, which I showed you in a previous video. Okay, now perfectly on this alignment, something I just find interesting, I guess, is the alignment comes directly through here and right through, and it comes up and through this little park here. Okay, so this park here is directly on the alignment which goes through to the Gladesville Bridge. Now you can't see the Gladesville Bridge from this elevation. You'd be able to see it from a little bit higher. I did check it, so even if these trees weren't here, we wouldn't be able to see it. I thought we might have, but just looking at previous videos from the Gladesville Marina, you cannot see the base of the tower, which is just here. Anyway, what I find interesting is the name of this park. So this park is Ronald Park. And if you dive deeper into the meaning of Ronald, the name Ronald, it comes up with some really interesting things. When you consider that this alignment right through here goes to the Gladesville Bridge and is on the winter solstice sunrise and would also be on the summer solstice sunset. So right here at Ronald Park, the very interestingly named Ronald Park, which goes right through this and comes very close to where the Channel 9 pillar used to be, or the Channel 9 tower. That's the one that was dismantled. If you remember, I did that video on the dismantling of the Channel 9 tower, which I sort of suggested was the third pillar. So we had this tower here, or this pillar, and the other one that's still remaining over up the road a couple of kilometres, and they dismantled the third pillar, which was over there in that direction. And I might just go and have a look at that, because apparently they were going to keep a little bit of that tower after they finished the development there, which is they're building some apartments and that, and they were going to keep a piece of the tower. So I might just go over and see what they've done there. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to show you this Ronald Park, which is perfectly on this alignment. Okay, where I am today is where the Channel 9 tower used to be. Okay, so if you remember, it's the Channel 2 tower, and over there is the Channel 9 tower. Well, it's now the Channel 9, Channel 7 and 10, and this is where Channel 9 used to be here. Okay, and the television tower used to be just over there, where that block is just there and through there. Okay, but they've kept a little bit of the tower that used to be here, or the third pillar as it was, or and they've turned it into a playground. So you can see here, that's part of it here. So this is the top section. So looking at this, they've only got one park here. So this section here is the section here that they've kept, and there was a little stand, a little right at the very top was this thing here, right? And they've kept that as well. Okay, and I'll show you. I've got some photos of that. I'll show you. So this is interesting, I guess, that they've kept this as sort of a memorial or something. And they've also got some other bits here as well. So these beams here from the tower as well, I imagine they might have been attached to the top of it. That sort of went up to where the antenna bit was. There you go there. So looking back towards the other two pillars, so that's the, through there, that's the Channel 2 tower, right? And if you remember, last presentation I did was the alignment from that went through there to the Gladesville Bridge, which is way down on the other side there. And back this way goes to goes through to Golden Gate. Now, interesting. This is pretty much on that alignment. It's something I didn't really pick up on. That this alignment, which is the winter sunrise and the summer sunset. Just making sure this is still working, because this is take 2 actually. What I'm doing, I did this whole spill before and it wasn't going. So anyway, so that's that, and you can just see in through there, that's where the other television tower is, or the other pillar is there, depending what dimension you're in. So that's the pillar there. They're the 2 pillars that remain. The 3rd pillar used to be here, and this is what remains of it here. Okay, and they've built this little park for the kiddies to play in. Yeah, so that's very interesting, I find. You've got the 2 remaining pillars, that one and that one there, and the remains of the 3rd pillar, which I did a video on, which was several years ago, a few years ago, showing the dismantling of the tower and the synchronicities around that, which is very strange.